Hi lovelies, this is a video of goals for Ava. So I have goals in my head about where I want Ava to go. And I remember meeting this woman at an autism event, and she was saying that the providers wasn't challenging her son. And she said, you know, they're like, well, meet him where he's at. And she said, I don't want to meet him where he's at. I want to meet him where he needs to go. And I feel that's exactly how I feel about Ava. Like, I want to meet her where she needs to go. Yes, I accept where she's at, but I won't stop pushing to get her where she needs to go. Like, the first thing I want to do is the talking. Like, I am so laser focused on this child talking. And I know I've talked about this before. I get so freaking annoyed when they're like, I say, well, what are you doing to make her talk? And they say, well, she's communicating. And then later on, I won't say who, I won't say which speech therapist this happened to, but later on I found out through word of mouth that one of Ava's speech therapists, this was an old speech therapist, said that she was not going to help Ava talk, that clearly she thought she would never talk. And that's the attitude I am totally fucking against. And if I knew that that woman said that, I would have confronted her, okay? Because you don't put limits on my child. You don't know where the fuck she's gonna go. You don't know how far she's gonna go. And I don't either. But you damn sure don't know. You're a speech therapist. If the damn developmental pediatrician who charges $200 to $300 an hour cannot say that, then damn sure you can't either. So, and I had another speech therapist say that too. And I was like, we're gonna work like this child will be talking. And we're gonna stay in that mindset, okay? So the talking, increasing vocabulary, increasing communication, her communication skills with her speech device, getting this freaking speech device approved, figuring out what I'm gonna do for her for first grade. Like, is it gonna be Boston Public Schools or is it not? Which is another story. I have a possible lawsuit coming up against a program that I felt discriminated or is actively discriminating against disabled children. But that's another story. I can't get into that because I'm still working through the process of my complaint and then finding a lawyer if it doesn't work out or whatever the hell, because it's definitely a civil rights issue. And I feel there's been systematic discrimination for up teen years too, that nobody really uncovered, or people uncovered and nobody still did anything about. So I am pushing for that. You know, I have turned into this advocate that I didn't know I was. Anyways, so also Ava's school is more life skills, being able to dress herself, potty trained. So the potty training, okay, Ava will go to the bathroom, but won't request to go to the bathroom. So if I take her on a schedule, at the school they take her on a schedule every 70 minutes, and she doesn't have accidents all week. But number 2 is a whole different bag of tricks. I got interrupted. Ava messed up her speech device, had to fix it. So anyway, so back to the goals for Ava. I want life skills. I want her to be able to ask for food and ask for drinks and functionally do those things. I have to say that Ava's only had her speech device since November, and she's been knocking it out the park with this device. So I'm hoping this will be the catalyst to get her to the next step, especially with no speech. So she has been trying to do things on her own, like she'll take off her shoes and try to put them back on herself. She will, the buckles on her booster chair or in her car seat, which is kind of dangerous, she like unbuttons it. And I'm trying to teach her not to do that. And she's definitely tries to put her clothes on. She's not really efficient in it, but she gives it a shot. So the stuff that a 5-year-old should be doing. She is not, but she is making progress in strides. So I want her to continue to make progress in strides in those assets. You know, I want her to keep striving to get to functionally her age, because she's not. She's several years behind. If she starts talking, which I also talked to the speech therapist that was connected to the developmental pediatrician that we go to. She has a speech therapist on staff. When I was asking about apraxia and nonverbal autism, and I asked her, I said, have you seen kids start talking after 5? And she said yes, she has seen kids talk after 5. And I'm also part of this Facebook group on autism and awareness or whatever, and I asked the question, how many people have had children with no words talk after 5? And I got 300 freaking responses, and I think about 80% of them were like, yes, the child started talking after 5. Limited success, like some became fully verbal, some didn't, some had words or whatever, and then about 15-20% said the child never got words. So we are still functioning in the fact that hopefully Ava will eventually talk. My mother swears she's gonna talk, and my friend, God rest her soul, would always say that Ava would talk, and you know, she was so adamant that Ava's just gonna wake up one day and talk, and I miss her so much. So those are essentially my goals for Ava. Just to keep trudging along and getting her to that next level. Like, comment, subscribe, holla back.